killing a 9-year-old child by the name of Dawn Hamilton, whom I never met. She was
pure hell.
An incredible story of faith and resilience. I don't know if I could have done it.
It can get
Murder of Dawn Venice Hamilton, you son of a bitch. They convicted me on.
Man is gonna say you shot him. Whether you shot him or not, I don't care. You said
Ugly, awful, horrific thing that
Triumph over injustice. Demise Row survivors represent a critical facet of the criminal justice system, shedding light on its potential for error and the need for comprehensive safeguards. These individuals, who were initially sentenced to demise, have later been exonerated and found innocent of the crimes they were accused of. The Death Penalty Information Center, a reputable source on capital punishment, reports that since 1973, a total of 186 individuals in the United States have been exonerated from Demise Row. These exonerations have come about through various means, often involving substantial efforts by legal experts, advocacy groups, and sometimes even independent investigators. One of the most powerful tools in achieving these exonerations has been the use of DNA evidence. Advances in forensic technology have enabled the re-examination of evidence that may not have been available or adequately examined at the time of the trial. In numerous cases, DNA testing has conclusively demonstrated the innocence of individuals who were once condemned to demise. However, it's important to recognize that DNA evidence is not the sole mechanism for exonerations. New witnesses, recantations of false testimonies, and the discovery of prosecutorial misconduct have all played crucial roles in overturning wrongful demise sentences. Moreover, advances in investigative techniques and the establishment of conviction integrity units within some district attorney offices have also contributed to the review and correction of potentially flawed convictions. In instances where appeals and legal actions led to a re-evaluation of the case, new evidence, or procedural errors that compromise the fairness of the trial may come to light. This can ultimately lead to the reversal of the original conviction and, in the case of Demise Row inmates, their release from prison. The fact that there have been 186 exonerations from Demise Row underscores the potential for serious miscarriages of justice within the criminal justice system. It raises concerns about the reliability of the processes that led to demise sentences, as well as the adequacy of legal representation and the thoroughness of investigations. The cases of Demise Row survivors emphasize the need for robust legal protections, thorough review mechanisms, and an unwavering commitment to ensuring justice is served. These exonerations also highlight the grave consequences of capital punishment. The irreversible nature of the demise penalty means that any error in judgment can lead to the loss of an innocent life. This sobering reality has prompted intense debates about the morality and efficacy of the demise penalty as a form of punishment. In decision, the stories of Demise Row survivors serves as a stark reminder of the potential for error within the criminal justice system. They underscore the critical importance of stringent legal protections, thorough investigative procedures, and a commitment to upholding justice. These exonerations illuminate the complexities and challenges inherent in the administration of capital punishment, ultimately contributing to broader discussions about the ethical and practical implications of the demise penalty. Kirk Noble Bloodsworth. Kirk Noble Bloodsworth's life took a tragic turn when he was wrongfully convicted in 1985 for the heinous physical misconduct and slaying of a 9-year-old girl in Rosedale, Maryland. This horrifying incident led to him becoming the first American on Demise Row to be exonerated after DNA testing proved his innocence. Initially sentenced to demise, Bloodsworth's conviction was later commuted to 2 consecutive life sentences as he waited appeal. His journey to justice was arduous, marked by tireless efforts to prove his innocence. In 1993, after years of legal battle and the emergence of compelling DNA evidence, Bloodsworth finally secured his release from prison. This was a monumental moment in the fight against wrongful convictions and a testament to the power of persistence in the pursuit of truth. However, his exoneration was not yet complete. In the same year, Kirk Noble Bloodsworth was fully exonerated. officially clearing his name of any involvement in the tragic crime. This event marked a significant milestone in the fight for justice and served as a stark reminder of the fallibility of the legal system. Bloodsworth's story is a poignant reminder of the importance of continued efforts to prevent wrongful convictions and to rectify them when they occur. His determination and the revelation of DNA evidence were instrumental in reclaiming his freedom and proving his innocence beyond a shadow of a doubt. Wrongful conviction and demise sentence. Kirk Noble Bloodsworth's harrowing journey began when he was wrongfully convicted in 1985 for the brutal physical attack, misconduct, and slaying of 9-year-old Don Hamilton in Rosedale, Maryland. At the time of his arrest, Bloodsworth had already completed a term of service in the Marines and was leading a peaceful life working as a waterman, harvesting shellfish and fish in coastal Maryland. Despite maintaining his innocence throughout the trial and subsequent incarceration, 5 eyewitnesses claimed they saw Bloodsworth with the victim, contributing to his conviction.
All the time now, and I hear any kind of brass, and it just takes me back.
Killing a 9-year-old child by the name of Dawn Hamilton, whom I never met. She was,
And I'm sorry to tell you this, but I got up in the middle of the night thinking I was in my cell. Me too. So what I'm going to do?
Girls over there that were found brutally murdered and sexually assaulted, and there was semen on the scene.
2 of these witnesses later admitted they were unable to identify Bloodsworth during the lineup and had only seen him on television after the crime had occurred. In 1992, while still in prison, Bloodsworth read about how DNA testing played a pivotal role in the exoneration of a suspect in an English slaying case. This revelation inspired him to pursue DNA testing on the biological evidence in his case, which was initially believed to have been destroyed. Miraculously, the evidence was located in a paper bag in the judge's chambers, and the subsequent DNA analysis conclusively proved that the semen found on the victim did not match Bloodsworth's DNA profile. Finally, in 1993, after enduring over 9 years of wrongful imprisonment, Kirk Noble Bloodsworth was released. Governor William Donald Schaefer granted him a full pardon, recognizing the grave miscarriage of justice that had occurred. Nearly a decade after Bloodsworth's release, advancements in DNA technology and the inclusion of prisoner DNA evidence in state and federal databases led to a critical breakthrough. The real perpetrator, Kimberly Shea Ruffner, was identified as the one responsible for Don Hamilton's tragic slaying. Astonishingly, Ruffner had been serving a sentence in the same facility as Bloodsworth, just 1 floor below his cell. This eerie proximity further highlighted the randomness and injustice of Bloodsworth's wrongful conviction. Ruffner, already serving time for an unrelated but similar heinous crime, was subsequently charged and pleaded guilty to the 1984 physical misconduct and slaying of Don Hamilton. In 2004, he was sentenced to life imprisonment, providing a semblance of closure for the Hamilton family and underscoring the significance of Bloodsworth's exoneration. Kirk Noble Bloodsworth's story stands as a powerful testament to the importance of DNA evidence in the pursuit of truth and justice. It serves as a stark reminder of the fallibility of the legal system and the urgent need for safeguards against wrongful convictions. His resilience, unwavering pursuit of justice, and eventual exoneration represent a triumph of the human spirit over unimaginable adversity. Life after prison. After his release from prison, Kirk Bloodsworth became a passionate advocate for criminal justice reform, particularly in cases involving the demise penalty. He joined the Justice Project as a program officer, where he played the crucial role in garnering support for the Innocence Protection Act, IPA of 2001. This act, eventually integrated into the Comprehensive Justice for All Act of 2004, had far-reaching implications for post-conviction DNA testing. A significant component of the IPA was the establishment of the Kirk Bloodsworth Post-Conviction DNA Testing Program. This initiative aimed to assist states in covering the expenses associated with conducting DNA testing in cases where convictions were being questioned. This program was instrumental in facilitating access to crucial DNA evidence for individuals seeking to prove their innocence. Bloodsworth's advocacy extended beyond legislative efforts. He became a prominent public speaker, sharing his personal story and insights into the flaws of the criminal justice system, particularly with regards to the demise penalty. His first-hand experience as the first American on demise row to be exonerated by DNA testing gave him a unique perspective, making his voice especially compelling in the fight against wrongful convictions. One of Bloodsworth's most notable achievements was his pivotal role in the repeal of the demise penalty statute in Maryland. His tireless advocacy efforts and compelling testimony helped shift public opinion and build bipartisan support for ending capital punishment in the state.
When I talk to people, it can happen to anybody in America. Gregory just asked me, could I do it? And I said, free murder of Dawn Venice Hamilton, you son of a bitch. They convicted me on
Barely buy you love, and it, you know, but it you know, it's the next best thing.
literally. I mean, just by an inch either way. And I could hear the cat calls coming from this place, you know.
In 2013, Maryland became the 18th state in the U.S. to abolish the demise penalty. Bloodsworth's work not only contributed to legislative changes, but also fostered a broader conversation about the flaws and risks associated with the demise penalty. Through his advocacy, he raised awareness about the potential for wrongful convictions and the need for comprehensive reforms within the criminal justice system. In addition to his advocacy work, Bloodsworth has been a source of inspiration for countless individuals. His story serves as a powerful testament to the possibility of redemption and the capacity for positive change, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. His commitment to justice and tireless efforts to prevent further miscarriages of justice have had a profound impact on the criminal justice landscape in the United States. Today, Kirk Bloodsworth's legacy endures as a beacon of hope for those who have been wrongfully convicted and a catalyst for continued reform within the criminal justice system. His advocacy has played a crucial role in shaping policies and attitudes surrounding the demise penalty, leaving an indelible mark on the pursuit of justice in America.
I guess if you don't have anything, in order to try to have some sort of semblance of...
Everybody else is out on the outside, right? And you're in the inside, and you're screaming, and you're beating on the window, and you're ugly, awful, horrific thing that...
Anthony Ray Hinton, born on June 1st, 1956, endured a grave miscarriage of justice. Wrongfully convicted for the 1985 slayings of two fast food restaurant managers in Birmingham, Alabama, Hinton faced the demise penalty and spent 28 years on the state's demise row before his release in 2015. In a landmark decision in 2014, the Supreme Court of the United States unanimously overturned Hinton's conviction on appeal. The state subsequently dropped all charges against him. The critical factor in this reversal was the court's inability to substantiate the forensic evidence related to a gun, which had been the sole basis for his initial conviction. Following his release, Anthony Ray Hinton authored and published a powerful memoir titled The Sun Does Shine: How I Found Life and Freedom on Demise Row in 2018. In it, he detailed his harrowing journey through the criminal justice system, shedding light on the flaws and injustices that he and many others faced. Hinton's story garnered further attention when he was portrayed by O'Shea Jackson Jr. in the 2019 film Just Mercy, which highlighted the profound challenges and systemic issues surrounding capital punishment in the United States. His case serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need to reform within the criminal justice system to prevent further wrongful convictions and the imposition of the demise penalty on innocent individuals. Background: in early 1985, Birmingham, Alabama was struck by two tragic incidents that claimed the lives of fast food managers John Davidson and Thomas Wayne Vason. These events unfolded during armed robberies at their respective establishments, leaving the community in shock and the authorities eager to find the perpetrators. Following a third restaurant robbery, a survivor identified a photograph of Anthony Ray Hinton from a police lineup. Hinton, then 29 years old, was subsequently investigated in connection with the crimes. During this period, he was employed at a supermarket warehouse and resided with his mother, Buller Hinton, in a rural area of Alabama, approximately 30 minutes north of Birmingham. The survivor's identification of Hinton as a suspect marked a critical turning point in the investigation. It set off a series of events that would ultimately lead to Hinton's arrest and, eventually, his wrongful conviction for the slayings. This tragic case underscores the profound implications of the misidentification and the need for thorough, accurate investigations in criminal proceedings. For Hinton, this pivotal moment in early 1985 would alter the course of his life in unimaginable ways. It would lead to his incarceration, subsequent years on demise row, and a prolonged legal battle to prove his innocence. The case of Anthony Ray Hinton serves as a poignant reminder of the profound impact that eyewitness identification can have on a person's fate within the criminal justice system. Arrest, prosecution, and conviction. The arrest, prosecution, and conviction of Anthony Ray Hinton unfolded in a series of events that underscored systemic issues within the criminal justice system. From the outset, Hinton's case was marked by troubling elements that would later come to define his prolonged legal battle. Upon his arrest, Detective Doug Acker conveyed a chilling sentiment to Hinton, expressing a preconceived belief in his innocence, but indicating that such beliefs would be inconsequential in the face of a systemic biases. Acker outlined 5 factors he believed would contribute to Hinton's conviction. Race, the testimony of a white victim, a predominantly white legal system, and an all-white jury. This disturbing statement highlighted the deeply entrenched racial disparities that often plague the American criminal justice system. Unfortunately, Hinton's initial encounter with his public defense attorney only exacerbated the dire situation. The attorney's dismissive attitude and prejudiced assumption about Hinton's guilt set a troubling tone for the defense. This lack of adequate legal representation would prove detrimental to Hinton's case. One of the pivotal moments in the trial was the discrediting of Hinton's ballistics expert, who was the only expert that the defense believed they could afford. The prosecutor successfully undermined the expert's credibility, citing his physical limitations and limited experience. This critical blow further weakened Hinton's defense, leaving him vulnerable to the prosecution's case. The prosecution's case itself rested heavily on a single piece of evidence: the assertion that ballistics tests linked 4 bullets from the crime scenes to Hinton's mother's gun, which had been discovered during the investigation. Notably, this claim was made without the support of fingerprints or eyewitness testimony. The absence of such crucial corroborative evidence left Hinton in a precarious position. Ultimately, Hinton was convicted of both slayings and subsequently sentenced to demise. The verdict was a devastating blow, as it underscores the failures and injustices that had marred his trial. The unanimous affirmation of his conviction and demise sentence by the Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals in June 1988, followed by the unanimous affirmation by the Supreme Court of Alabama in June 1989, further compounded the gravity of Hinton's situation. The case of Anthony Ray Hinton serves as a stark reminder of the flaws and biases that can pervade the criminal justice system. From the initial arrest to the subsequent legal proceedings, Hinton's experience was fraught with systemic challenges that ultimately led to a miscarriage of justice. His story stands as a testament to the need for comprehensive reform and a more equitable and just legal system for all individuals. Demise Row. Anthony Ray Hinton's story is a harrowing testament to the flaws within the criminal justice system, particularly in cases involving capital punishment. Convicted in 1985, Hinton found himself on Demise Row, a place that would become his home for nearly 30 years. Isolated in solitary confinement, the weight of his situation was lined only by unwavering belief in his innocence, held by both his mother and his steadfast friend, Lester Bailey. The passing of Hinton's mother in 2002 marked a pivotal moment in his long and grueling journey. Her faith in his innocence had been a beacon of hope throughout his incarceration, providing him with a lifeline of support in the darkest of times. With her departure, Hinton was left to face the stark reality of his situation, without her unwavering belief in his innocence. Yet, Hinton did not let despair consume him. Instead, he turned to books as a source of solace and enlightenment. In the confines of his cell, he curated a book club, a sanctuary of intellectual escape within the prison's law library.
You never think about your freedom until it's taken away from you. You could feel hell.
An incredible story of faith and resilience. I don't know if I could have done it.
It can get asked, somebody please help me. So when they put him on the stand as my witness.
The grim procession of 54 men passing by Hinton's cell on their way to ending left an indelible mark on his soul. Each step was a haunting reminder of the system's capacity for irreversible injustice. It was a stark contrast to the refuge of the book club, where minds were expanded and souls were nourished through the power of literature. Ultimately, Hinton found himself standing alone as the last original member of the book club on Demise Row. His resilience and commitment to the transformative power of knowledge were a testament to the enduring spirit of the human soul, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. In Anthony Ray Hinton's story, we were confronted with the profound implications of the demise penalty and the potential for the egregious miscarriages of justice within the legal system. Through his unwavering spirit and his devotion to the written word, Hinton emerged as a symbol of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of the human mind, even in the darkest of circumstances. His story serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for reform within the criminal justice system, ensuring that such injustices are never allowed to occur again. Exoneration, release, and aftermath. Anthony Ray Hinton's exoneration is a testament to the persistent pursuit of justice and the resilience of the human spirit. In February 2014, the Supreme Court of the United States unanimously overturned his state court conviction, citing his original defense lawyer's constitutionally deficient performance. This lawyer had erroneously believed he had a mere $1,000 to hire a ballistics expert, resulting in the retention of an ill-suited civil engineer with minimal ballistics training. The inadequacy of Hinton's legal representation came sharply into focus. The chosen expert's limited expertise, coupled with a physical handicap, severely compromised the defense. In court, he even admitted struggling to operate a microscope, a pivotal tool in ballistics analysis. This revelation underscored the gross miscarriage of justice that had transpired. In November 2014, the Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals brought closure to Hinton's case. This paved the way for a crucial turn of events. On April 1, 2015, the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office made the pivotal decision to drop all charges against Hinton.
Bed that is mounted to the wall and a toilet. And that's what I lived in for 30 years. Daily. Man is gonna say you shot him. Whether you shot him or not, I don't care. You said,
I'm at home.
she would ask me that, and I lied to her every time she asked me.
Advocating for criminal justice reform. His memoir, The Sun Does Shine, How I Found Life and Freedom on Demise Row, offers a poignant account of his experiences. The book received widespread acclaim, with reviewers praising its portrayal of forgiveness, struggle, and the urgent need for justice reform. Hinton's impact extended to the academic sphere. He received an honorary Doctor of Human Letters degree from St. Bonaventure University in 2019, recognizing his extraordinary resilience and commitment to justice. In May 2023, he delivered a commencement speech at Emory University, where he was awarded an honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, further solidifying his legacy as a beacon of hope and a champion of justice reform. Lessons learned. The stories of Demise Row inmates who survived execution attempts serves as a chilling reminders of the fallibility of the criminal justice system and the irreversible consequences of executing potentially innocent individuals. These cases highlight the potential for human error within the criminal justice system. Mistaken identities, flawed evidence, and inadequate legal representation have all played a crucial role in these near executions. It is a stark reminder that no system is foolproof, and even in matters of life and demise, mistakes can and do occur. The importance of competent legal representation cannot be overstated. In many of these cases, inadequate defense played a pivotal role in the wrongful convictions. Properly trained and resourced defense attorneys are essential to ensuring a fair trial and protecting the rights of the accused. Forensic evidence, often considered infallible, can be subject to human error and bias. Ensuring the accuracy and reliability of forensics analysis is crucial in avoiding wrongful convictions and miscarriages of justice. The fact that these inmates survived ending attempts raises questions about the effectiveness and humanity of certain execution methods. It prompts a critical examination of the ethical implications of the demise penalty, as well as the need for transparency and accountability in administering it. Surviving an ending attempt has profound psychological and emotional consequences. It necessitates a re-evaluation of the mental health support provided to death row inmates, both during their time on demise row and in the event of a failed execution. These cases provide compelling arguments for the abolition or significant reform of the demise penalty. The potential for irreversible errors, coupled with the psychological trauma endured by those who survive execution attempts, challenges the moral and ethical underpinnings of capital punishment. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.